If you tell me you've got a desire, I'm all in. Do you want to grow?
Absolutely.
Take notes and make sure it improves your business. Everybody wants to grow. You deserve to grow.
You don't pitch to investors to try your luck. You pitch to investors to win.
If it's not challenging, I don't think it's worth it.
The right advice to give in business is validate the idea first.
Most of you out there who want to grow, your issue is just starting, isn't it?
It's important that people just follow what they want to do.
It's an opportunity of a lifetime for all of us.
The podcast is not about them growing, it's about them helping others grow. Hello and welcome to I Want to Grow. I Want to Grow, as I say every week, is all about individuals that are going out making sure that other people can grow. It's not always about their situation, it's always what they put into others. So with saying that, I have got this absolutely tremendous guest on the show today. Khadeja, please come on and tell us, introduce yourself to us, and we're going to know your story.
For sure. Thank you, Steph, for having me on the program. To be honest, the broadcast, it's amazing. And it's always my pleasure to speak to different people around the world, and especially you for today. So my name is Khadeja Albuhaliqa. I started working when I'm 16 years old. I had been progressed in many careers in my life, alhamdulillah, and my social work as well. So I started as a volunteer from age 16 until now I'm working, and now today I'm doing in Municipality Election.
We spoke at the beginning of this, we spoke earlier. How are you fitting all of this in? You must be working 24/7.
To be honest, yes. And I always post in my Instagram, if someone can give me an extra time and I can pay for them, it's totally fine. I need more than 24 hours. So I start my day from 5 a.m. in the morning. I had my walk. So it's kind of meditation walk until 6. 6 is starting my sport, and then 6:30 starting my working my business. And then I go to I eat breakfast, and then I go to work from 8 to 4. And then I work with the Minister of Sport and Youth as a youth consultant. So I'm doing lots of consultations afterwards, lots of go and meet and see the youth. So I'm one of the members for the Youth Advisory Committee from 2016-17 until 2022.
How do you manage? I'm going to come to the meditation side of it because I think that's important, especially with our listeners, because we're all trying to. The podcast is called I Want to Grow, and all of us wants to grow. Every single one of us, in one way or another, and it's all down to the individual. But it's how we've all got our ups and downs. But the meditation, which we'll discuss later, is something that can get you through this whole journey.
It's very important.
Yeah,
Wallah, it's very important stuff.
So when you started, you brought it up, you started at 16, working at 16. You didn't, and forgive me, but you didn't really have to get involved in business at that stage, right?
To be honest, no.
No.
But I am so passionate about community. I'm so passionate about youth, and I'm so passionate about making a difference. So I have a little sister. Between me and her is 12 years. So when I always see her, I was like, okay, I want a different careers for her life. I want a different lifestyle and path in the future. When I was in school, I thought what I have in the house, which is alhamdulillah, I'm blessing with a good family, an inspiring family, alhamdulillah, and it's a role models for all the other families, as based on what I can see. When I went in schools, I noticed lots of my friends, they don't have the capacity or the space to grow, because they always said, no, we can do that, we can do this. And I find that it's very normal things to do. For example, they want to work, or they want to do drivings, or they want to do something based on their level of raised and values. They said, no, we cannot do that, or X or Y or Z. So I noticed I am getting from a family that everything is acceptable, that we have only 2 rules. It should not be crossing any Islamic value, and it's not crossing any cultural values that's very core cultural values. Other than that, you are free to do whatever you want based on those 2 rules.
But I'm going to talk about that at the beginning. You're doing so much for the communities, and for other people. And it comes down to the core values of Islam. So you say, never compromise. Stick to these two areas. Don't go out of these areas. And alhamdulillah, you have a perfect life.
Exactly. I'm doing everything as like I said in the United States for 4 years, and I worked also in US. And I also had been traveled all around the world. I work with youth from all around the world because I work also with, I have been representing the country in many United Nations and European councils as well for youth. I have been working with different, religious sectors, different peoples all around the world. To be honest, I don't feel like when people speak about Islam as borders. Islam values is actually to open to everyone else.
Yep.
But respect, the rules of being with dignity, respect your values, whatever it's like, the morals and how to treat peoples. Also, my look and feel is like wearing hijab. This is something I really love. So I don't feel like wearing or look like a decent Muslim will actually make me, not go or, open to other communities.
We
or
can
people.
all put different faces on, right?
Exactly.
It's what's in there that matters.
It's always between you and Allah, and it's always inside what's inside your heart.
But I think that's a wonderful way, and I do. It's a powerful. I've been here now in Qatar for 15 years, and I feel it's so powerful because everybody is living by those rules, right? And I say rules, the kind of, because I was speaking to somebody and they were talking about the culture of the office and how in the do's and the don'ts and all of this stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, hold on a second. It comes down to respect. It comes down to be nice, and it comes down to be thoughtful, values, and be nice to others.
Exactly. Moral values, other than like the basic human values, which is you have to have, to survive in this life, to be honest, as any human being who has the dignity and who's decent. Human rights all around the world is based on something that we actually known by fitra, from the day that you actually born. So
we're going back to this area. I'm not going to take you all the way back. Let's talk about your family and how important that has been with your going forward in the future, and how it's helped you start to create this huge legacy.
To be honest, as I told you, I'm blessed with, alhamdulillah, mashallah, 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 an amazing family. I have supportive parents and supportive household in general. All my parents, my siblings are supportive. I have one also older brother. He is like always in my back. And now in municipality's election, he is always there. He's holding all, the phone. He's collecting all the phone numbers for all the people like living in our community. He's reaching out, saying all the positive things about me because he believes in me. Alhamdulillah, I work hard for all of that. And my family can see that I'm a different child. I'm not like a normal, kids who want to, be with a group. I always want to be, outside that groups and lead. So, and created my own community, created my own, legacy on the society, and they keep me do whatever to grow, based on whatever capacity I have. So I believe every human and like every human on this earth, Allah give them, a path and destiny they need to follow to grow this, this community and this earth. So if you are not really follow your path or your, let's say, career or your passion, you actually are not growing. You're actually being followers, and we don't need another followers. We need a leader, especially here in Qatar. We have 350,000 Qataris, mashallah, but we need to grow more. So imagine if every one of them, so around 350,000, but imagine every one of them decided to become a leader.
Yeah.
We will be like, amazing community, with all diversity, diverse talents is there. But mainly people love, to see whatever is doing, and sometimes they copy, which is the followers usually do. But we have amazing leaders also still in the youth community, but we want more.
You must be somebody real special to have people that the family's always going to love you, right? Without a shadow of a doubt. But that must be a wonderful feeling to have them on your shoulder. But I remember when I was playing sports and one of my family came to see me, just in sports. You would have the game of your life. you must be having the game of your life right now.
For sure. You can see, like, even if there is thousands of people standing and cheers for you when I am on a stage, I always need to see my family members standing there and, like, clapping. And I can see the love in their eyes, and this is enough. That's why I always tell them, if my little sisters actually look at me, I can't be a quitter. Never. Why? Is like because my little sisters. Even if I did not change the life of any other, like, youth or community members in Qatar, at least I change the life of one person, which is my little sister. If I see her inspired, that means I inspire the whole community. Because she can inspire the people around her. And this is amazing.
You are amazing, let me tell you. And this is something that listening to you, and people might think to yourself, you've had so much time to get to know her. I've looked, I didn't do any research on you.
I can say, when I entered, like,
never done any research on you whatsoever. And I didn't want to. I didn't want to do any research on you. And as I said to you, there's these little kind of things that's going on in my head at the moment, because this is the way that I try to lead my life.
I can see, we can find, like, there is a base that we both grow in.
You're so young already, okay? But you don't seem, you sleep very much, right? No. You seem like you're working constantly.
Yeah, so people think that I am workaholic because I'm always work 24/7, and to be honest, I love working. I'm enjoying doing that. It's not because it's something that it's taking from my energy. I feel alive when I'm working. I feel alive when my schedule is busy. So also my family time is also, actually I put it in a schedule because I love being there. I love to be engaged with my family as if it's work. So I always consider, how can I say it, like, need to be, everything is organized in my schedules and on the point. Even if I'm driving between one meeting to another, or between one meeting to my family house, I have, like, also certain phone calls I need to do, certain things I need to stop doing. This is things that, I don't know, I love being busy, and I hate being, doing nothing. If I have nothing in my schedule, I feel irritated. So I need to travel.
So where do you think you got this? Where do you think you got this this desire? Was it okay? Your father and your family, but your education, that must have had a role back then.
Yes. So when I started my study life, I started in university in age of obviously 17 because I went into summer. Started from summer. So once I finished high school, I could not stay home, like, doing nothing. I want to engage in university life. So I went to summer in UAE, American University of Sharjah. So when I was there, I decided to go and open a new club. So I searched in the clubs there. I find a cultural club called NX, okay? Let's put that way, X Culture Club. So I told them I want to be the president. They told me, no, your nationality does not allow you to be a president of that club because it's for certain nationality. I told them, where is the law? They told me there is no law. I told them, okay, no, should be a law. But we had kind of like that kind of arguments. No, there is no law, so I could be running for election. They're like, no. I told them, okay, perfect. And then I noticed, they told me the election, those rules will be put on under the student council. I thought, okay, perfect. So there is a student council which is bigger than this club. They're like, yes. So I went and I signed my name as if one of the member of the student council election. And within one day, you can, like, imagine sleeping and waking up. My photos was everywhere in the campus, and people went crazy. Like, this girl is coming from Qatar. She has, zero knowledge about elections. How on earth her photos are all around the campus, and she was okay with that? Like, at that time, your photos as a female should not be published anywhere. Yeah, people like living in, like, kind of away from the media. But my photos was printed all around the campus, and people was very surprised. And then I Google it, how to do election, and like, okay, so I need to do, the photos need to be all around, people need to see me. Plus, I need to do lobbying. So I started do lobbying in university, and people loved me, and I won.
Okay, you say people love you, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've got to earn their respect.
Alhamdulillah.
They're not just going to love you, right? They're not going to follow you. They're not going to cheer for you unless you're actually doing something for it.
To be honest, it's never that easy. But I always love to see, you know, not the empty part, the full part. Yeah.
Is the cup half full or is it half empty?
Exactly. But to be honest, for me, I was very curious about that lifestyle to be running for election, that I really love it. And people see that how passionate I am in it. And they see the genuine when I come to, okay, I want to change something. So I never go into somewhere unless I see there is a problems and I need to change it.
This thing called make a difference.
Exactly. So I need to make a difference.
It's that's my favorite words, okay? Is it a real passion of yours? Is it something that you live by?
It is. To be honest, I don't know because you don't know me that well, so you can Google me afterwards.
I will do.
So I love to go into a new field in life with different perspective based on that field. So, for example, the youth. I noticed like, okay, we need to have something for the youth. So I waited, I see, okay, the differences is happening, but I have an idea that could create a difference. So I waited 3, 4 months, 6 months. If I see no one actually do it, I will go down and I start doing it as a role models of other people to start creating. So I raised the bar. So I also started the career in HSSE, which is Health, Safety, Security and Environment, which is for female to be in a security field in the oil and gas was not an easy one. So when I went there, I went into that field. So I becoming kind of the lakhwiya of the oil and gas, yeah. So females and lakhwiya, it was not really, it was not really clear idea for oil and gas to have a female representative. And even in the US, which is American country, very open, still it's not popular field for female to be there. Yeah. So when I was there, I created another perspective for female to enter. Okay, so she look young, she's a professional, she still work in security, but she's still, representative as a female, not as, male, strong, figure. So I always love to kind of break that, stereotypes about any careers or jobs, and I make a difference. So this is my life. That's why I'm now hopefully running for election in municipality.
And I think that's probably something that I've been part of in Qatar. Is it that I don't, not from the election side of it, but kind of looking at problems, issues, and trying to solve them. And sometimes you can't voice that opinion. You've got to actually roll your sleeves up.
Exactly.
And you've got to get involved.
Exactly. Focus on the issue or focus on the problems in a way that, okay, you can see it right now, I'm focusing on it, and then make a difference. And people can see before and after. You can see, like right now in social media, how you can buy, for example, the product. When you see before and after, before the rooms is empty, after the room is full, with amazing decorations. So this is very amazing, how can I say it? Sending messages in a really clear way.
Yeah.
So I love being very clear when I'm sending my message. So I always say, okay, I highlight, so this is an issue. As you can see in my my municipality elections video, I'm very logic. So I'm coming from that logic school, yeah? So I need to show you exactly what's the problem, and then show you after the problem. So now you can actually tell me this thing did not change, and you can actually, give me, you can reward me or not, based on the facts that this is actually happening or not. So I need to make sure 100% I am logical on sending my message.
A lot of us will stand back and say, oh my word, look at that, that's not very good. Look, it's always...
And they will not change it.
And they won't change it.
They will only speak. Yeah, this is our issues, to be honest. In general, not only in the Arab world.
Yeah, of course,
all
everywhere.
Around the world,
yeah,
people love to stand there and say, okay, someone needs to solve these issues. Oh, there is an issue, there is a problem. Solve it.
Solve it.
But no one actually take it to another, okay, so this is the answer for this an issue, and this is a whole package. Take it, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to go on the ground and do it. But no one's doing.
You're doing so much, though. There's going to be people out there that say, oh, focus on one
Lots of people doing that. Wallah, Steve, you are actually touched base on exactly my life. People telling, like when they open my Instagram or they see my CV, it's like, where can we put you? You are So doing lots of things, creativity, amazing things with, leaderships, amazing thing with the training. I'm also a TOT. I'm doing, small medium enterprise training, developers. So where we should put you? I told them, like, I am that person that is a joker. So once you want to change a field, put me there. I change and then take me out. Lots of people do. So move me from one career to another. There is people in life that's joker, which is amazing things. Use me in a good way. So now with technology, anyone can get experienced very easily and start changing. And I believe in that.
You believe in it? Because sometimes AI, for example, and it's going a little bit off topic, but AI, it used to scare me, I've got to say.
Okay.
And it's scaring the world at the moment. And I know that everybody's going to be trying to push that boundary and make a difference. We need to come back to the basics. We need to come back to the values. We need to come back to making a difference between one another.
Exactly.
And I hope we don't lose that.
Human to human.
Yeah. I hope we don't, because I think we've got to live in this customer service industry. We've got to live in this kind of knowing one another, working how humans work.
Exactly.
I hope this, and I hope that the AI is going to be one of those technologies, not to make it simpler and easy for us, but that's going to enhance us.
It should be. Like why I told you YouTube is actually building, for example, so if you want to do from A to Z something, you can learn how to do it. If you want to be a public speaker, you should not go to university doing public speaking, yeah? Maybe with that mentality of you have to focus in one career, one thing. Maybe that person who will never be, confident enough actually to go to be a public speaker because he's a doctor, for example. Yeah. He feel like I need to be behind the scene doing, all my surgery and go there. I should not, transfer knowledge because I'm not TOT, for example. You can do lots of things by actually going in online and know the skills. Skills is different than actually your major, your certificates. Skills actually you learn and you grow on. So if you have a couple of skills that help you enhance your things and be a leaders in your careers in a different aspect, why not? I don't see a difference. Why not? Because not lots of people are actually operator. They go and operate the things. They are, as we all discuss, they always point out for something that's missing out of the pictures and they set. So they are criticizing more, they are, highlighting the issues. But we need actually people's doers, yeah? The doers is little in the world in general. Yeah. So to have those people who actually love to do, give them more skills, give them more knowledge, give them more, enhance them and supported them, they will fix lots of things. Why you keep them focused in one aspect if they can do a million things as one brain? This is what I believe.
I think these people sometimes get intimidated by individuals when we should embrace you. And I'm going to say you. We need to embrace individuals like you that want to take this responsibility, that want to push it on and push those boundaries, because it's not about pushing the boundaries for myself. As I said at the beginning of the podcast, this podcast is all about individuals like yourself. That's not just pushing for yourself, but mostly you're pushing it for other people.
Alhamdulillah, I was so blessed, to be honest, not only by my family, also by the government. I have a supportive ministries throughout my careers that they actually supported me, and I'm one of the youth that's actually part of the leaders who will create a difference. I'm part of the youth who will actually raise an issues. Yeah, so I have one leg there. So I'm trying to manage both words. Yeah, I'm standing on the middle. So I'm one of the decision makers, kind of, and somehow because I am operator for the other youth. I'm also one of the youth who want something. So I can see that both words. I'm lucky. But what I want to make sure that lots of governments, they love to give the youth. But sometimes when the youth come to, they want to do difference, which is I notice when I'm going to international conferences all around the world. They come with only complaints. Okay, that we need to do this, we need to do that. But they don't come with a whole plan from A to Z. Like, this is my plan, do 1, 2, 3, and 4, and this is going to be the answer, take it. This will make it easier for the decision maker actually to do exactly what you want. That's why I was lucky. It's like I'm seeing both words and I'm actually playing with both words in a smart way. Yeah, and I'm kind of building that bridge between, you know, decision makers all around the world and the youth, because I have the mentalities of both, because I work in both. And alhamdulillah, the ministries here, they really, I wanted to be honest, they supported me very well.
100%. Look,
To
if
give me
there's-
that trust.
The great thing about the ministries here, and especially the Emir, right? If there's something wrong, they can fix it overnight.
It is.
And they will fix it overnight.
It is.
If they identify that something isn't working, dear me, they fix it quick. What's your ultimate? What's your ultimate goal? Where are you heading? Can you see how far you're heading, or is it taking it step by step? Because
Everyone told me, do you have a 5 years goal? Because I have worked many things, yeah? Or do you have 10 years or 20 years? I told them there's always things for me that is always changeable, and it's my plan is always, I change based on the daily basis, because I believe okay, you can have an ultimate goals, like after 10 years, for example, 20 years, 15 years from now, but to reach it, because the world is becoming really fast. So maybe I can reach it, like I can cut from that 15 years, 3 or 5 years by doing the right jump, doing the right things, using the good opportunities that I have. So I'm playing based on that. So I don't have really a small 5 years plan. I always have the ultimate plan, which is the end plan in my head.
Your life, the individual you are, your life could change on the flick of a coin. Somebody could identify the work you're doing, and then all of a sudden.
To be honest, it's not only me. It's the youth need to understand that opportunities is everywhere. Khadejas get the opportunities from a newspaper.
Yeah.
But people, they don't look for opportunities. They waited for that. This is the difference. So we are not lucky. We know where to look, which is a huge difference. So if everyone knows exactly where they want to go, they will actually, their eyes will stop towards opportunities, that could help, minimize that 10 years plan or 3 years plan. But if you don't know, if you are lost, you're not sure what exactly you want for tomorrow or after tomorrow, or you only focus about today, it's very hard, to grab opportunities. The opportunities is there because it's in newspapers. Me can take it, you can take it, 100 people can take it. But because they don't know that, most of the youth, there is youth in Qatar, alhamdulillah, mashallah, they are so super talented than me. They are, they grab opportunities, they go behind their dreams, very eager and to the point. But also, let's not be that naive and forget about the other peoples who actually knows about what they want, maybe on the day, but they don't know after tomorrow or 100 years from now or 3 years from now. And throughout my career, when I started, some other people around me, they would be like my friends, or they were like, oh, she's lucky, maybe someone supported her, or maybe no, she's all because she's outgoing, because she's doing. They always have but and because I noticed people have their comfort zone, and if you are living with them in that comfort zone, it's very hard for them to accept that you cross that comfort zone to somewhere else.
In saying that, how do you live with people that I call them knockers? How do you live with the knockers? How do you keep on closing it off? Is it the meditation? It's
not about the meditation, to be honest. I learned a technique, which is for me is very important. 5 minutes technique. So if you stopped and think about whatever saying you maybe negative, or maybe he's not 100% saying it from a bad energy or bad things, but maybe he's concerned, but he crossed it in a way that it's very negative to you. You waited and you said, okay, so whatever comment he said, it will affect me in 5 years or not. If it's not, then just forget about it within 5 minutes. If it will affect me, try to study it and change it. Maybe right, I'm not 100% right sometimes. Maybe I have, because I jump very quickly and, I'm doing lots of things. Obviously, sometimes I'm doing something that's not right, and I need to stop. But I need also to value the person who's saying it because he genuinely likes Khadejas and he wants her or other people to grow, or he coming from where it come from envy, it's come from jealousy, it's come from no, we love her because we care, that's why we are kind of advise her, so it's different. I will not say no, I will never listen to anyone, but I always know where I'm standing, because I stand in very solid base, and I hope that solid base will never change. Because if you stand solidly and you know yourself, you will actually know that comment's coming from where.
You're already being an inspiration because your brother's fighting in your corner, right? But those young brothers and sisters, your family, they must be looking up to their big sister going, wow, look at Khadeja.
Yeah, to be honest, I love them all, and I always supported them in their all careers, to be honest. People sometimes they need people around them to support, even if they're friends. That's why when I decided to enter the youth field, I'm calling everyone from the youth, to be honest, from the Youth Ambassadors program that we are doing. I always call them my brother and sister, to be honest. Not only people or colleagues on programs or people like I'm their managers, but they are a brother and sister to me, because I can feel lots of people like around me, they need that support as a brother and sisters. Because I had that, why not I should give all of them, the same love and care that I actually got. Yeah. Because sometimes you only need, someone to tap on your shoulders and tell you can do it. You can do it.
How powerful is that? You've seen this happen. How powerful is that? Because I keep on telling to people out there that sometimes this is the easiest thing to do, and it's got the biggest purpose. You don't have to think about these things too much, but just tap on their shoulder and say, you're doing a fantastic job.
People like maybe minimize that kind of words and feel like, no, they need to do more. As you said, it's just as simple as you are amazing, do exactly whatever you are doing. Yes, you can see how this person is frustrating about, trying to reach their goals, because I was there. I was one day there, when I was in the US, I was alone. When I was in UAE, I was alone. My family was not there to support me. So I was there alone doing the election. I was there alone, trying my best to collect, charity for UNICEF for that time. I was alone trying to open a UNICEF club. So when you are alone doing something, I can feel, the powerful of the word of, we are there, we are your friends, we believe in you.
Whoa.
Yeah, and I need that. I hope all the community have that person in their life. The amazing thing is to give, like, if you give other people, the powerful to grow, it's actually will get to reflect on you. This will not take anything from you, to be honest. People feel like, okay, if I support this person, then he will take the energy and he will take, the success, and I'm going to be loser. No, you are actually part of his success, yeah, because you are the one who actually push him. And that person, if he is really a moral person and a person with value, he will never forget that you, because wallahi al-azim, Steve, lots of things that I'm successful, alhamdulillah, in doing is because I try to help other people, and people actually recognize that. And whenever I'm not in the room, people actually supported me. They are in my back. So if someone said, no, we should not bring Khadeja, it's like, no, Khadeja is amazing because she did 1, 2, 3, 4. Why? Because one day he saw me tap on someone else's shoulders. I'm not doing that because I want to be the number one only. I want to be number one, yes, but always the mountain is, flat. The top of the mountain is flat, is not pointy. I should not be only number one. We have many careers. We have many professions, yeah? Why exactly you need to do exactly what Khadeja is doing? Do something little bit different and be shining that way. Little different. We need lots of leaders in many other things as a youth. Do your job and do it. Why not? We can all be successful. This is what I believe in. I'm coming from that school, to be honest.
If I didn't, with what you're talking to me right now, I would think that you are too good to be true. This is unbelievable.
Wallahi.
That I'm sitting in front of this lady right now, and I'm just taken back by everything that you're doing.
I heard that a lot, to be honest. People tell me, like, Khadeja, and you don't be like, that kind of person who's, very polished, But I'm not. Well, genuinely, I'm not. Yeah, no. I have my mistakes. I have my, a human error that I'm doing in my life. But reality, my bigger pictures is, why not? Everyone can support each other, and everyone has, a flat. But because I can see, like, the energy that other people put, to open, their business, to open their careers. Because I was there one day. And I can see, like, the energy. Why not? It can be a little bit drive somewhere other than copy exactly what other people is doing and then lose.
What I want to say is that I'm 57 years old, right? And I have been involved in this all of my life. And I've always tried to build and help others grow. I've always, it's been a desire of mine. I know when somebody's telling a good story.
For media or publicity?
I know when somebody's got it from there. And I look into your eyes. You're going to, let me tell you, young lady, you're going to be somebody very, very special. And I think that, and I'm going to make this big statement now, I think you quite possibly could change the world in something that you're doing.
Wallahi, I hope. Not for me, wallah, for others also.
And that's why I think you're an incredible lady. And I kind of, and even now, I give you all my support. And I say on one of the podcasts, if you've got a desire, I will follow it until the ends of the earth. And especially if you're going to make a difference for others.
For sure.
So from that, I'm gonna follow you. I'm gonna follow your career. I'm gonna follow what you're doing, and I'm gonna support you in any way that I possibly can, because what you're going to do is something very, very special. Not many people have this ability, but I think you can teach others so that there's many, many more.
Exactly, many, many more. Many, many more. This is the word that I would love everyone to believe in. You could be 100 times better than me, and many, many more copies that we can shine the words, but we should not only fight for one chair. This is my issue. Not only one chair. There's many chairs, just do it. That's why I created the program Youth Ambassadors. It's like everyone can, because lots of people, they're like, oh, why Khadeja is representing? Why Khadeja is going to the UN? Why Khadeja is doing that? I thought, okay, I'm doing it by myself. I will teach you how to do it. So I collect the experience of 10 years. I put it in one program for 2 months. You sit with all the professionals. Alhamdulillah, the Ministry of Sport and Youth is supporting that programs, and it's part of their strategic ministry strategic for sport and youth. So we started the programs called Youth Ambassadors. The program is collecting 30. Every year we graduated 30 ambassadors from the youth to represent the country. Why? Because I noticed youth want to represent, but they don't know why. And okay, I was lucky one to know how to do it. I did it. That's why, okay, you need to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things to do it. I'm putting you in one programs, and I empowered you with all my resources. So if I know, for example, embassies, or if I know, for example, ambassadors, if I know, United Nations representation, I will gather them in that program. They will teach you. They will give you certificates, about them actually giving you the knowledge, and you will graduate from the program. And I will make sure it's not only a program. I will make sure you travel, Me and the ministry will make sure you travel and actually get that chair, sit and speak about the countries. You are representing the youth of Qatar. You get my point. So
I know. Yeah, amazing. I'm just speechless. That's not something very easy to do, is to get me speechless. But I literally am speechless what you're doing. I was in a hackathon yesterday with Scale 7, and there was a small team, and I'm working with a guy that's doing the metaverse. They wanted to do stuff in the metaverse. He's doing something in Belarus, in Dubai. And I said, hey, he's also doing stuff with Manchester United. Nice. Right? So I said, maybe. Let me see. So I called him. I said, do you mind coming on to the Zoom and giving him some kind of some information? And that's what we did yesterday. So we brought him up on Zoom, and they're given. This is what it's so easy to do.
Exactly.
So easy to do.
It's an easy, and every one of us, all around the world, have a connections. Use your connections for the benefit of others. Simple. Wallahi simple. But people, they are kind of afraid. If I give them my connection, they could not, then they will reach somewhere. I will stay in my place. No, you will reach better than them, because they will value you actually give them. This is the powerful of a connection and networking in the Middle East and outside the Middle East. You can sell lots. You can be one of the amazing entrepreneurs. Just because you know the right persons and you connect them with the right persons, and you all grow as a network.
Speechless. Speechless. you've got a wonderful, exciting, difficult future in front of you.
Let's not call it difficult. I always love to say it's not challenging as well. To be honest, let's put it in a way that it's very positive. Wallah, look, this is I'm enjoying doing. Yes, maybe it's little hard. You know, we have lots of maybe rocks. But we're still wearing a good shoe. Yeah, a mountain shoe that we can grow that mountain and we can claim that mountain.
I said difficulties because I want people to realise that they are we can put it into whatever word that people are facing. They'll say it's difficulties, right? How do I get over these little kind of things that's going in my head and challenges, and how do I get over those? And we can box it with any way you want. You have just told us how you get over yours, and that's the message that I want for them today. Is that I don't want to be sitting back. If you've got those difficulties, those problems, work them out. Do the 5-minute rule. Go through that principle. Just work it out, because if you've got that spirit, don't let anybody put that flame out.
Throughout my career, I noticed lots of amazing figures. They just washed out. Why? Because why we do that? People like, this person, doesn't want me to grow. This person doesn't want me to shine. I will not do it. I'm doing it by myself. Yeah. Fight. You have a message. You have a, let's say an ultimate goal. You have a value that you want to send to other people. You want to have, to make a difference. Do it. Don't wait for other people to tap on your shoulders. Wallah, don't wait. I was the person who's standing alone, while other people around me is like, throw me with rocks, throw me with other things. Oh, why she's doing that? You start laughing. I believe in maybe lots of people feel like they need to be in a community that's 100% supportive to grow. But no, the amazing people is like they stand alone while they are in the wind alone, they are in the rain alone. And then after people feel like they are like very solid, they change their skin many times and they're very solid, they will take them as a leader because they can see how they actually navigate. And then after, you will notice after 5 years maybe, or 3 or 4 years, people start saying, we created her, we supported her. And they are the same people who at the beginning told you, no, you're not good. Just go away, don't do that. You are bad in doing this. Stop doing this. You are embarrassment for us. They are the same people who was actually tapping your shoulder and told you, you are amazing. She's our friends in university. She's our friends and she's our colleagues. When you shine, people always will try to bombard you. But this is not the steps that you need to actually wait for. You need to wait for yourself being solid alone. And that's how you created, a superstar.
Yeah, and you definitely are becoming, and I'm going to say becoming, you're on your way. I don't think we'll ever become, if the type of people, we're always work in progress, because whatever stage that we get to, we could have always done better.
It's always, it's always.
We'll always be pushing. So now the next few weeks is exciting for you. Whoa, how are you feeling? Nervous, kind of apprehensive? What have you got to do?
Okay, so I entered to municipality election with an idea of I need to make a difference.
Who encouraged you to do that?
To be honest, me, and I can see my dad and my brother. Why is that? It's like triangulars, of emotions. Because my dad, he want to fix something in the neighborhood. It has been, we lived there in 1997, yeah. And he's still like, from, he always, tell people like, we need to fix this one, we need to fix this one. But they always like, yes, we'll do it. So it takes time. And okay, so I said, okay, my dad now is growing. This house, it's growing and we live there. And now we are, he's supportive as well. So why not I go and I fix whatever my dad wants, yeah? And I can notice the community is also around me when they speak. They want to do this because I am one of the daughters of the community. I started when no house is there. My house was in 47 block in Thumama. And to be honest, when you look, it was an empty sand and empty land. And only one house and our house. So I am the daughters who actually knows the whole community, and I can see the community grows between 4 right now. So why not? Let me do the change. And also my brother, he's a good supportive, as I told you. He have the connections, and he have he have the powers of convincing as well. So he convinced me, why not, Khadeja? You, alhamdulillah, you change lots of other, places in Qatar, lots of other fields. Do that. Now it's this time is to do actually, because I study international studies, media communication, journalism, and I study public policy as master's degree. And inshallah, soon my PhD. Yeah, so I'm always, in a political and in a policy field. So do it. Yani, this is your time to do it, and maybe you will be successful, and why not? And alhamdulillah, also the second thing is why I went into municipality this time. I see the elections broadcast and media before, like years ago, and until 2023. I always say, like, Qatar is amazing. Yeah, we have, alhamdulillah, we are a rich country. We have lots of potentials. We have amazing media channels, amazing media consultancy that they can give ideas. But I see no change in ideas when it comes to elections figure. We need to do a difference. Yeah, I need that to look very lavish, to not only lavish by polished. I need to make more real. I need the message to be sent instead of like doing it in a way that it's not genuine. Yep. So I was like, I will do it, because usually this is what we do. We challenge the market, and then people will notice the issues, and then people will grow. Yeah, this is my job in life. So I challenge the market, I challenge the community about, you see the standards of the media that other people's doing before me. Now see how it should look like. You send them a message about it should be the quality, how you send the message, and it was amazing from day one. Lots of very important people called me, important officers called me. It's like amazing media, amazing productions of how you send the message. This is a difference. You make a difference until you did not even want, and you still make a difference from day one. This videos actually send us a message, give a whole story, give us the narrative of the whole stories, and we actually believe it. So we need to have more duplica of Khadeja. And this is, for me, is a win.
And let's just go over that, because you're probably going to be pushing them a little. So these people are telling you what a fantastic thing you're doing, knowing full well you're probably going to be pushing them a little bit to
and
make those differences.
They will love it.
Yeah.
Why? I told you just 5 minutes ago. I'm that person who knows how to how the images look from the leaders and from the community. Yeah, because I start working on that both, because I'm working as a consultant as members of the Youth Advisory Committee for the Minister of Sport and Youth. At the same time, I am also one of their youth. Yeah, so I have the privilege of both worlds. So I know how to do lobbying other than advocate. There's a huge difference of how to win, and how to send your message respectfully, how to sit in at tables, and how to convince the people in front of you in a respectful, good manners, and people will start listening, and start also moving with you and doing it, instead of doing only pointing problems and doing nothing. Advocacy. So I know how to do it. Alhamdulillah, I'm a good lobbying, and inshallah I will lobby for that community. I'm gonna do it on the right way. Also supportive my community, which they believe in me. Yeah. To be honest, when my slogans is looking forward for sustainability. Yeah. So to look forward for sustainability is something that we need to look up. After 2022, the government did an amazing job, with all the streets, all the infrastructures and everything. Now it's a new era. We need to think with different mentalities. We should not, focus about, small things that everyone can solve, which it's actually solved most of it by 2022. With all the thing that the government is actually did for the street and everything. Well, alhamdulillah, our community is one of the amazing communities in Qatar. Perfect. Yeah. It's nearly to be perfect. So I'm gonna be working on uplifting some of the services that's here, making it more community based, making it more representative. And you can see we are very close to Hamad Airport, so we are the first window for everyone to enter the country. So you want to see Qatar through that neighborhood. Yeah. So this is my plan. Is just to upgrade kind of what's the amazing people before me did, and to make it the new creative aspects with sustainability for the new generations also. So we'll build a new era. Yeah. Inshallah.
You're going to do an amazing job. You've got some incredible determination. I love listening to you. I did say that we were going to talk about the meditation. And I'm going to put this one in there as well. It's about the meditation side of things. How does that keep you balanced?
Okay, so with all the things that's happening, and because you are working in different aspects, my schedules is full, family schedules is full, I'm doing lots of things, I'm trying my best. You need to have time for yourself. This is for sure. And all the people like listening to us in this broadcast, take 1 hour at least for yourself. Do nothing. Focus on you. So when I'm saying do nothing, for me is just walking. So I wake up early in the morning and I walk. I drive from Athumama to Lusail area and I walk. This is my practice and my routine over from 2019 until now. So I'm stopping my car in Lusail area. I'm walking all around the sea. So I need to see the sea, the infinity, because my life is an infinity.
The smell.
Exactly, the smell and everything. Plus, I always think, and when I'm walking, I'm always thinking about, whatever it's coming across my head. But I never think about work. I never think about something that I force myself to think. So whenever ideas is coming to my mind, I start writing. So when I'm walking, I'm writing on my phones all the ideas. I start posting on Instagram those ideas. People loved it, because it genuinely come from my heart and my way of thinking. So I always kind of like, whenever there's an issues happening in the community, or there's I heard the stories before and still stuck in my mind, I start analyzing it in a kind of not a podcast. It's something like very basic, as like a notes, and then I post it and people loved it. So it's becoming a routine that people actually, when I'm not posting, people like coming from early, we want to hear what's happening in this morning. We want to hear new lessons, because they think it's a lessons for them. For me, it's meditation. So I get all, whatever stuck in my ideas and my think about whoever like come and complains for me or whatever, it's on there. I solve their issues and I send. And instead of like solving an issue for one person, I'm kind of solving it for the whole community. Anyone who would love to learn, please, it's there. It's my point of view, it's my opinion, but you can learn it. So I'm also using that time, not only for me, I'm actually sharing it. And I believe, Wallah Steph, and this is very important, lots of grave, it's full with ideas, but it's dead. So if you are still alive, share. Wallah, my hair is just standing. But when you are alive, just share whatever you have. A human brain is very knowledgeable, yeah? Share whatever experience, whatever, connections, whatever, make the life for other people is like easy.
I have these moments, and people think that I'm really a confident person, right? They look at me and they say, oh yeah, you're doing a podcast, you get out in front of thousands of people, you da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But I'm actually a shy person. I'm actually somebody that kind of that likes to be in the shadows a little bit, and I know that's going to be hard to believe, but it's true. And when I'm in a place, these ideas, these things that you need to voice, I have this sickness in my body that I know that I've got to say it, and but I'm scared. Yeah, but I'm scared, and it's like, am I going to make myself look stupid? Am I going to make myself look foolish? It's like, those are the biggest things. And am I going to get my words out properly? Are they going to understand me? And then eventually you've got to look up and you've got to say, I don't care if I'm going to look stupid. I've got to get that out there.
That's why Instagram is a blessing, Steph. Just write exactly what you want, and people will, even if they want it, they will read it. If they don't, they will just skip, yeah? But you will have a difference somehow. For at least one person. I always say that when I enter a room and do a speech, one person, if they come afterward and say, thank you very much, we learn, even if one information, for me, it's a success.
This podcast is going to be more than just one person that you're going to help, let me tell you.
I hope.
You are someone special. Everybody, I hope you enjoyed the show as much as I did today. It was one of those that's probably got me thinking on multiple areas, and I want you to think about those multiple areas too. I want you to think how you're going to make a difference, and you can go out there, because it's not just that opportunity, that desire is in you. Okay? All you've got to believe is that you can make a difference for that one person. That one person. That's all you've got to do sometimes. So go out there, have a great time, feel the rewards, because I'm telling you, there's some great stuff waiting for you if you just take it one step at a time. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. Bye for now.